All right, for this training, we're going to be covering how the district office uses the facility status report story map to update facility status reports within ArcGIS. So I'm starting here with kind of a test email about showing how a link would be sent to the district office, requesting the district office to then go use the ArcGIS system to make contact after they make contact with the facilities, to then update the survey, having the facility status information and show how to access that. So what should happen is an email should come from the CHCQ duty officer with a link to the ArcGIS system. And I'm going to click this and I am not signed in, so this is going to show an example of the sign-in process as well. So for ArcGIS, you do not have a username and password. Nobody using ArcGIS has a password within our account system. There's going to be one of two different ways that it's going to ask you to sign in. If you're currently on the CDPH network, there would be a blue button here asking you to just sign in. If you do not get that, you are going to want to click this down arrow here that says your ArcGIS organization's URL. Our URL is CDPH data. So you just want to make sure that you're filling this out in the right spot. You can go ahead and click remember URL. And what will happen is now I'm getting this blue button, and it's going to use your Windows network ID that CDPH uses. So as long as you're logged into your machine, the machine recognizes that you're with CDPH. Once you punch in that CDPH data URL, you're going to then get this blue button, and it's going to recognize that I'm signed into my machine. I'm on, the Microsoft system and whatnot, and now I'm signed in. I can see my little profile icon here, and I now have access to the facility status report story journal. So you're going to get to this landing page. This is just kind of like the home page of what it looks like with a little picture. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see this menu here with these links. For this training, the one that we're mostly going to be working on is the one that's called the survey editor. That survey editor is right here on your screen. As you can see, as you scroll down, you'll see different parts of the story journal be highlighted with this little green area. And if you need to navigate to another area, you can just simply click as opposed to scrolling. So I'm right here on the Facility Status Report Survey Editor, and I can see use this section to click a facility name and edit a survey response. So through here you can see that there's this little icon here that I can pop this out and open up this dashboard and a better viewing capability to kind of organize the information. So I'm on here. I can see that for this test event, we've identified 11 facilities and only one facility has been assessed. And this is just organizing the facilities in a way to show if they've had a survey taken. You can see that here, operational, not evacuated, so I can see which one's been assessed. If the facility doesn't have a survey taken for it, you'll see this little exclamation icon that's letting you know that there's no survey that's been taken for the facility. They're in the survey universe. They've been identified as a facility that needs a survey taken, but nothing has been filled out. If you open up the survey, it's going to be pretty much blank. So a couple key things just navigating from here. There's this little pop-out window where you can filter this list of facilities for your specific district office. So for this, we'll just do Sacramento. You see it removed the one facility that had been filled out because it was not part of the Sacramento district office. If you want to filter by operational status, evac status, or hazard name, that's in here as well. There might be times where there's multiple events going on. So there will be multiple district offices or multiple different hazards that you need to filter through to maybe get to the facility that you're looking for. You can also simply just search for the facility from here. So I'll type in the name. I'm going to see, so we did Auburn Test Fire. That's the name of it, but let's say I want to look for Oaks Care. And I can see I have Auburn Oaks Care Center filtered from the list. So to take a survey for them, you're just going to click on the blue hyperlink. It's going to open up a survey 123, and you'll see that a lot of the information is passed through. There's no editing capability, which is a good thing. We don't want, there's no need to accidentally change the facility name or facility ID. Those aren't things that we're trying to take the survey for. So we can see that is this section that has information that can't be edited. We can see a general phone number for them, and there's a section called CHCQ Monitored and Advanced Planning, and this is specific just to the CHCQ EPDR team. They're the only folks that will be messing around with this section. We still don't need to do anything for incident type. That's assigned by CHCQ duty officer, and the beginning in this section is when you would begin to fill out the survey for what information you've gathered from the facility. So was the facility contacted? Yes. And you can see it's sort of a smart form where as you answer certain questions, it will prompt more answers. So we try to keep the form as condensed as possible so that if nothing's going on, the facility's operational, no evacuations or whatnot, it's a super quick form to fill out. But as you may answer questions about, oh, you lost power. Okay, well, what type of generator do you have? What type of fuel do you have? The form will grow to ask those questions. So just going to answer a couple things. There are some required fields. So that question there, operational status, once you say that you've contacted them, there's going to be a minimum of 2 required fields, which is evac status and op status. So going through the form, you can see, there's additional questions to be answered. And then when you're done, you submit. The survey response should be updated here within about a minute. You'll be able to see that facility that we just took the survey for, its information highlight. And the other section that you may be curious about for the facility status report story map is where you can see all of the survey responses. So the survey editor is really just showing basic information, very, very high level: name, op status, evac status, hazard name. And it's really meant to just organize the URLs to go access the survey. The facility status report table, if you open this up, and I'm not going to cover this too much in detail, but you can see how every question in the survey was answered if you just scroll over. So you can go through and see what the survey responses were for. But if you need to go back and edit a survey, you just simply go back to the survey editor. Let's say that the Oaks Care called me back and we now have a change in their operational status. So you can see it's survey information updated here. You can simply go back to the survey. You're accessing the exact same survey that you already submitted. You're just going to update the record. It's not going to submit an additional survey. It's just going to overwrite the survey details from it. So I can go back here. Let's say that they're operational with impacts now, and then I'm just going to resubmit. And then that information will get updated on the back end. And it publishes to all of our different dashboards that visualize that information so that we can quickly see what's going on and who's evacuated, who's not, and the different patient information that goes along with it. So that will cover this training. Again, story map, survey editor, hyperlink to the survey, take the survey, click submit, information updates on the back end.